Now I'm done.
That's quite a haul you've got there. Working too hard as usual?
Hi, Obi. Oh, wow. You're in uniform.
They're having special guests at the castle today, so the master said I had to be. But it feels weird. I'm not used to wearing such fancy clothing. I'm still trying to keep up with all the rules they have around here.
I feel the same way, but I'm determined to stay on this path. Ryu! Are you ready yet? It's about time to go back! Hey, Ryu!
I don't think he can hear you.
After all, the view at my side is beautiful. And I know there's even more scenery down the road waiting for me. Come on, Ryu! It's time to go! Did she call that bird with a whistle?
Sure looked like it.
Thank you very much, miss. You got Ryu's attention.
Look at your red hair. I've never seen anything like it before.
I know, I get that a lot. Speaking of surprises, that was amazing what you just did with the bird.
You're the first person I've actually talked to since I arrived. I was a ball of nerves until now.
What are you here for?
It's sort of a business meeting. I have to speak with the second prince about something big.
You're meeting Prince Zen?
Are you one of the guests he said he was visiting today?
I don't think so. This is great. I could really use someone to talk to. Do you have an extra minute by chance?
I still haven't finished my shift.
Don't worry, we're not in any rush. It's almost your break time anyway. I'll go back first.
Thanks.
So what's your name?
Shirayuki. I'm an apprentice court herbalist here at the castle.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kehal Togrul. But I'm not good at this formal stuff, so call me Kehal. Oh, and over there's my good friend Popo.
You're friends with it? That's the most beautiful bird I've ever laid eyes on.
I raised Popo, but on the island where I live, there's an entire flock of birds just like him living in the wild.
Now that you mention it, I think I've heard of those birds. On one of Clarinessa's southern islands, the people live and work side by side with them.
Wait, then are you from that island?
Yes. My family has been there for 4 generations. All the birds we live with are the same species as my Popo. When they spread their blue-green wings, they're magnificent. It looks like the whole sea is flying. The birds hear everything from up in the sky to under the sea. And by listening to the sound of the waves, they can find the mineral ores near the island. They even know where the schools of fish are, so we're always together when we go out on the ocean. Here's the mineral ore from the sea, the walnut stone. Look how shiny it is once it's polished.
That's the whistle I heard.
Yes. The birds are why I've come. Our island is part of another territory. A year and a half ago, a new lord inherited the lands. He brought some of his noble friends to visit. And they hunted all the birds they could find.
That's horrible.
I know. His friends loved it. The birds' feathers are very rare, so they thought they could get rich selling them. I can't even think about it without feeling sick. Once they even targeted Popo during a hunt, and they almost killed him. We've pleaded with them so many times to stop, but they just keep shooting. The Lord told us we needed to go talk to the prince about it, that maybe he would care enough to give us the time of day. But I have a feeling even if I ask him, he won't do anything either. He'll probably just laugh at me. Those higher classes do like to look down on folks like us.
So you know, that's not how I would describe Prince Zen's character at all.
Wait. No, I don't believe you! He's nobility, royalty even! He has to be awful!
But he's not.
I'm very sorry. It's just that everyone is counting on me. But I'm not even sure what to say. I didn't mean to bother you.
You didn't, but I have to get back.
Can I stay here until I meet with the prince?
Of course.
I understand what you're asking of me. If I would make bird hunting illegal, and make Yuri's Island a nature reserve.
Yes, sir.
I'll consider it. Expect my decision tomorrow. However, weighing the evidence, I believe this should be discussed and settled among the concerned parties. Lord Brecker of Yuri's Island, and its resident, Kihal Tokrul.
Pardon my amusement. Your Highness, I do not wish to waste your time with such a trivial matter. We understand each other now, don't we, Togrul?
Miss Kihal, a room is prepared for you. Please make yourself at home.
What did he say?
That the parties concerned should discuss it.
I see.
Worrying about this isn't gonna do you any good.
Some herbs are protected because of their unique and special benefits. Maybe the birds have something equally special to offer.
Even if the birds are important to the residents of the island, the Lord obviously doesn't care. For him, it's all about hunting with his rich friends on his land. End of story.
The island's mineral ore is walnut stone. Unfortunately, it's not worth very much.
My hands are tied. This is well within the Lord's rights. He and I both know it.
Hold on. What is this trinket Lord Brecker brought?
Oh, it's a decorative arrow souvenir. He never thinks to question himself. Men like that believe their opinion should just be accepted as fact.
I'm curious, why did the Viscount bring this to you in the first place?
Probably as a gesture of goodwill and a formal greeting. I'd never met him before today.
Uh-oh. I hate to say it, but you're being used, Zen.
Oh, just shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, aren't you supposed to back me up here, Kiki?
All right, enough. The point is, I wish I could help that girl. What the Lord's been doing is simply wrong.
May we enter?
Shirayuki?
Zen, there's something I'd like to ask.
So, Kihal, is it true that with one whistle signal, the bird will fly in any direction you choose?
Yes, sir. Everyone who is trained on the island can do the same thing.
Can you send it a great distance?
Certainly. We often send them out to fishing boats on the open water.
How do they know where the boats are?
We use this.
A bell?
Right. These ones made from walnut stones each have their own unique sound. The birds can detect the slightest nuance in tone from bell to bell. If they hear the ring of the bell in advance, they will land wherever they hear that sound coming from.
Fascinating. If at all possible, I may want to use them as a means of communication.
Why would you need that here?
Because of another little birdie. She said the ability to control them could have other positive applications. So I figured if we can use them for communication, it would benefit the kingdom in a new way. It's definitely worth investigating. Let's test it over a long distance. Are you willing to help me?
Why a test?
Well, I'd like to see for myself how well it works.
You mean at the castle?
That's right. Tomorrow evening.
I'll do it. May I choose an assistant to ring the bell, though?
Yes, I suppose that's fine.
What? I have to ring it?
Please, I'm begging you. I know this is asking a lot, but right now the castle still seems like it's my enemy.
What do you mean by that?
I realize this was the prince's idea, but I still don't really trust him yet. Since you seem to have so much faith in him, then I would rather work with you first, so maybe I can learn to trust him.
Okay, if you think that'll help.
Oh, thank you! Thank you, Shirayuki!
The test will proceed as follows. The bird will be sent bearing a document to a point 10 kilometers west of the castle at a lakeside watchtower that would normally take 40 minutes if by horse. The assistant at the watchtower will receive the document, sign it, attach the bell, and send the bird back to the castle. This must all occur within no more than 25 minutes. If all conditions are met, then we've succeeded. If not, the test will be considered a failure.
To complete that whole distance in only 25 minutes?
But it's only to the watchtower.
It's not just there, it's there and back, moron.
The bird handler will be Kihal Togruel. Shirayuki will assist her. Only 3 soldiers and a messenger will accompany her to the watchtower. That is all.
The little apple-haired urchin? That's adorable. I was wondering why something so ridiculous was brought up out of the clear blue sky. You got the prince's friend on your team, huh? Clever girl you are, Togruel.
The prince's friend?
What are you implying?
Lord Brecker. Right now, we have only one goal, to see if these birds can benefit Clariness. I would like for you to judge this objectively, as a lord of this kingdom.
Very well, Highness. But I think it's only fair that I accompany them to the lakeside watchtower as well. For I myself am not suspicious. But if those girls behave dishonestly in any way, then it would reflect poorly on you.
So be it. Lord Brecker, Shirayuki, and the others will head to the lakeside watchtower. The bird will be sent at 4 o'clock, and the test will begin.
Shirayuki!
This is your special sound, Popo. I'll be waiting. Good luck.
Thanks.
Almost deadline.
Yeah, Shirayuki should be waiting at the lake by now.
It's time, Kihal. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let the test begin now!
Make me proud, Popo. Shirayuki's waiting, so fly!
Such a clear sound.
Shall we venture outside to wait now, miss?
Sure.
Lord Brecker.
Spectacular view. I enjoy high places that boast a vista. There are some things people far below are simply incapable of seeing. Young Shirayuki, I'd like to strike a deal with you, my dear.
What?
I've heard a bit about you here and there. I understand you're an apprentice at the castle. Even though you're the prince's friend, you're still a commoner, so you'll never have access to certain amenities. For example, parties that nobles attend are off limits because you'll never be seen as elite. Due to this, not even Prince Zen can continue fraternizing with you. But I can offer you my support while under deep cover, of course. In exchange, I want you to make sure that this test fails. That's if the bird actually makes it here.
He will make it!
Are you spurning my generous offer?
Yes, you bet I am. It's very important that this test goes well.
Bad news, it's not going to!
You hateful man! The bell's gone.
Stay in there until time runs out!
What are you doing? This is against the rules!
Stand down! How dare a lowly soldier like you question a lord's choice?
Lord Brecker, let me out, please!
Listen, brat! I stand to lose it all if that sappy do-gooder convinces the prince that these birds have anything more to offer than feathers! I'm not blind. I see what you're trying to do, and I'm going to ensure you don't get away with it! I will not be made a fool of!
That's quite a commotion up there. I'll go check it out.
It doesn't take too much to shut you down, I see. And another thing, girl! Don't bother whining to the prince about this! The truth is, he can't afford to take the word of a rube like you over that of an esteemed subject and risk causing his kingdom strife. Sadly, having no social status usually comes with painful realities.
I suppose you're right. Zen will always be a prince, and there will always be rules he'll have to follow. But that doesn't matter. I still have to try to do the right thing here, no matter what it might cost me.
Rubbish! You have no power, girl!
You're wrong. True human value can't be measured by social status. It's measured by one's depth of character. Meanwhile, you've shown you have no character at all!
No!
I'm coming, miss! You lunatic! What are you trying to do?
The bell got thrown into the lake. If we don't find it and ring it, Popo won't land here.
The Viscount did this, didn't he?
That girl jumped from this height and survived?
You're under arrest. Effective immediately, Lord Brecker.
Then you're choosing to side with that red-headed peasant.
What she says is indisputable. Prince Zen won't be convinced otherwise, and honestly, neither will anyone else.
It's Popo!
Wait! It's flying away! Hey, the bell! Where do you think it landed?
Not too far away from where I jumped in.
Only 10 minutes left.
And there's no sign of the bird anywhere.
Come on. Please hurry.
Any luck?
No, I can't find it.
Shirayuki! Look!
There he is!
He came back around. What is he trying to do?
The birds hear everything from up in the sky to under the sea. And by listening to the sound of the waves, they can find the mineral ores near the island.
Two more minutes before time runs out, sir.
It's been almost 25 minutes. This test might not succeed after all.
To make a bird fly with just a sound.
Quiet, all of you. I cannot hear the wings.
Welcome back, Popo! Your Highness. The document and the bell.
I have confirmed each of the signatures as valid. I can find no fault with it.
Then...
Clarinets will now use bird handlers as a means of communication.
Popo! Thank you so much, Shirayuki.
Your Highness,
What is it?
there is a report with the signatures.
Mitsuhide, Kiki, ready the horses.
The Viscount tried to sabotage the test, so I had to arrest him. He is out of the picture. Unfortunately, the assistant was injured. Your Highness, if I may, sir, I can tell you everything.
When the Viscount asked to accompany the group up to the Watchtower, I presumed Prince Zen would outright refuse that request, and yet he dared to allow it.
What do you mean he dared?
Well, it seemed to be fairly obvious. The Viscount was planning to use Shirayuki for his personal advancement and financial gain.
He truly must have trusted that girl and our soldiers to have left it to them. However, when the time comes, how will he protect what's important? I doubt he's figured that part out yet.
I see. Thank you. Please look after my horse. I'll be back.
Master, Shirayuki is upstairs.
Then I heard Shirayuki say, there will always be rules you have to follow, whether you like it or not. She tried to do the right thing, no matter what it cost her.
Zen!
Show me where you're hurt.
Zen, sorry. Wait, I'm not... I mean, it's not like I was ever gonna try to hide this from you. I know how mad you'd be at me.
Idiot.
Find out what happened between you and Shirayuki.
Be calm. No one's gonna notice anything's weird.
What's going on?
I should take some time to really figure out how I feel about Zen.
Don't worry, miss. He's on his way.